It's the Inspirational Power Hour. And guys, I absolutely love when we can bring you a variety of topics. We talk about gospel music all the time, but I think sometimes we need to take time and really focus on some everyday life situations. So this week, I'm super excited to talk to. She's becoming a friend of the show, and I'm excited for us to talk to none other than the Budgetnista. How are you today, ma'am?
I'm well. How are you?
I am good. Thank you for taking time and for talking with us today.
I'm excited to be here.
So now, first of all, I have to say congratulations. There's been so much going on with you since the last time we've spoken, a lot professionally and a lot personally. So congratulations on everything.
Thank you. A lot has happened. It's been how many years now?
I think 2 years since the last time you and I spoke.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it has been about.
So you have this amazing company, this amazing brand, this service that you provide for so many people. And it started several years ago with the Live Richer Challenge. Now, how many years ago has that been since you started that?
The Live Richer Challenge, the first one was in 2015. So we're on our third challenge this year, so about 3 years ago. But really, it took a year of planning, so really to do the first one. So really about 4 years ago, I really started the process.
So tell us everything that has been going on since you started the challenge. I'm going to let you tell us how everything has just exploded.
Well, since then, the challenge really took me to the next level. I mean, I was already building this brand. I was already, teaching. But I think the challenge really just showed more folks what I was able to do. Because before that, I was doing a lot of teaching in person, and then I would share, myself on social media, teaching and sharing folks how to do stuff. But then people started asking me from around the country, because, social media reaches everywhere. Hey, I want to come to a class. And I thought, well, how can I take this in-person thing, and how do I help it reach more women? And so I created the challenge, which was just a digital version of what I used to teach in person. And I said, you know what? I want to get away from people thinking that they can't have more. So, let's be positive about the naming of the challenge. I'm going to call it the Live Richer Challenge. So you can live a richer life, not just monetary, but just in general. And so I started working with who was my then an intern, but she's now my COO. And we put together this challenge. I wrote it, and she really helped me to figure out how we were going to deliver it to the masses. Our goal was 10,000 women, and we worked hard. That first year, it took us a year to get folks signed up, because I wanted the challenge to start in January when everyone had New Year's resolutions. So we started putting it together in June, July, and really working from then until that January of 2015 to get people signed up. And I think in January, after months and months and months of letting people know, because you know how folks are free, I don't believe it. It must be a scam. So just getting people to realize, no, this is real, it's free. And in January, we hit 10,000 women, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow. And so then those women went through the challenge and told their friends, girl, the challenge is amazing. So I just thought, okay, I'm done. But the women were like, no, my girlfriend missed it, because we've done it collectively together. Because the way the challenge works is that you sign up, and then every day for a period of typically about 3 weeks, you get an email that tells you exactly what to do. So every challenge week has a theme. So the first challenge was the fundamentals. So week 1 was about money mindset, week 2, budgeting and savings, and there was a debt week, a credit week, an investment week, and an insurance week. And so after they went through it, they shared it with their friends, and we said, why don't we automate it so people can sign up whenever they want? Mm-hmm. And so we did. And that year, we doubled our number from 10,000 to 20,000 in 2015, and it just kept growing. And women said, well, are we going to do it again next year? I'm like, well, we already did it. They're like, well, what about a different topic? Well, let's hone in on some of these topics. And so 2016 was all about savings. Every day, you got an email in your inbox that told you specifically ways to start saving. We saved over $40 million off that challenge. And now this year, it's all about credit. We're helping people raise their credit scores and fix their credit reports. And all challenges have been free. I mean, we've seen people buy homes, pay off debt. It's been amazing. My favorite part is that we have a private Facebook group. Once you join the challenge, you become a dream catcher. And that is like our community name. Like Beyonce has the Beehive. We're the dream catchers.
Yes.
And so you join our private Facebook group, and then you become part of this big, large, global family of women, especially women of color, who are helping each other to live richer.
And Tiffany, I thank you for everything that you do and for the way you present and provide your services. Because when I first started the challenge, I was ready, I was gung-ho, and then I had something to happen in my life. And so I had to kind of pull back and wait until I was mentally and emotionally ready to tackle everything again. And I love that it's automated, because that allows the people that connect with you and the people that sign up with the challenge to be able to do it when they are ready to dig in and do the work. So thank you for the way that you present that.
Oh, thank you. It's really important to me that I honor how you receive information, because I was a school teacher for over 10 years. So it's a teacher's intention that the student learns, right? We're not here to say, gotcha, like you can't get it, So I was really studying. I have my master's in education. So as I was developing the material, I was really conscious that I was developing the material with my teacher's hat on. Like, okay, what if a woman doesn't know what a money market account means? Explain that. What if a woman's like, well, I see you say to call my bill collectors and negotiate with them. What if she's like, I don't know how to do that? There's a script. Literally, it says, hello, blank, my name is blank. I owe this amount, blank. And so there's a script. Right. I've had people say, that they've copied and pasted the script in the chat box, like they've talked to bill collectors and stuff via like a chat room, and copied and pasted the script and gotten their payment down. I'm very conscious that, like, okay, because ultimately our overarching goal is to help women live better, period. Money just happens to be the tool that we're using, but my goal at my company, the Budgetnista, is to help women live better. So if you don't get it, I'm not being helpful. So I'm always bringing it back to a place where all you have to come to me and know is, do you know how to read? Do you know how to write? Do you know how to add? Do you know how to subtract? That's it. Everything else I got for you. So that's the basis of it. And so, at first I thought, are people going to be offended because it's so like ABC step by step? No. Women are like, girl, I got enough to worry about. I'm not trying to figure out what you mean. Thank you for making it so simple.
Tiffany, with the financial world being so saturated with so many advisors and professionals and people that offer some of the same services but do it in a different way, I think you kind of answered one of the questions that I was going to ask you, which is, what makes you unique? Now, I have my own answer about what makes the Budgetnista unique, but I'm going to let you tell our listeners what makes you unique.
Yeah, it used to be the thing that used to bother me about myself. It's funny how, how to me God really works in your life. I as a kid, I was super sensitive. I had to be careful because I felt everything everybody else felt. If I was in a good mood, but you were sad and crying, before I knew it, I was crying right along with you. Right? I cannot stand to see people suffer. As a result, as I'm teaching women and they're sharing their stories, and I was like, oh, it took over. It made me sad. It made me say, why should she be struggling? Why can't this one, pay for food for her kids? Why is this one not sure she's going to be able to pay rent? I could not sit still knowing that people were struggling. Even like thinking about it and saying it, I'm like getting teary-eyed now. I'm such a big baby. And I would be so mad at myself as a kid. Like, you're so daggone sensitive. You need to toughen up. But I realize now that that's my blessing. Because of that emotion, that's why I pour so much into what I give. Because I need for you to be better. Like, I can't be free unless you're free. I feel like Harriet Tubman in finance. Like, I can't be free unless you're free. I have to come back for you and come back over and over and over again. And I think that's another thing that sets me apart. I can't, claim to know anybody else's heart or reason or whatever, but I know for myself that I feel so deeply that it permeates all that I do, and I tend to overgive. Stuff that I probably should charge for, I don't. Because I'm like, no, like, I don't want to be a financial burden on you if you need help. If you really can't feed your family, I'm not concerned about you giving me $1. Like, I need you to be okay because I need your kids to be okay so their kids can be okay.
Listen, guys, I'm telling you, I've been through the challenge. It has blessed me. At our church, we offer a couple of curriculums, a couple of biblically based curriculums that help our members financially and kind of attack and address some things. And I went through those and got some great information from it. It was when I took your challenge, Tiffany, that things kind of clicked in a different way. And for everybody, it's different, okay? But there was something about Tiffany that really connected, and it just clicked. And so Tiffany, tell everybody the website. Guys, if you have not signed up for the challenge, I want you to do so. So what's the website, Tiffany, so people can sign up?
They can just go to livericherchallenge.com and sign up.
And the Live Richer Challenge is still free. It's still automated. You can go to the website and sign up today. And there are some other elements beyond that and that kind of dig a little deeper. The Live Richer Academy. Tell us about that.
Yes, because what I found was that people had graduated. It was so awesome for women to hit me up and say, I took the challenge 2 years ago. Girl, my credit is good. I'm saving. I'm about to buy a house. But I really want to learn how to invest, or I'm struggling with the home buying process, or I want to start a business and next level financial things that although I knew things about, that was not my specialty. And so for like a couple of years, people would ask me, can you show me? Can you show me? And I was doing it for myself. I didn't feel comfortable enough teaching about those specific specialties on my own. And so I thought, what can I do? Because people are asking, I can't ignore it. I mean, I know, I'm a specialist in budgeting, saving, getting out of debt, fixing your basic credit. But the other stuff, I was like, well, that's not really me. I actually have folks in my life that help me with that. But they charge a lot of money. They're charging me $100, $200, $300, sometimes more. For example, I have a student loan specialist. She's a friend of mine, but she still she charged me $400 to work with me. She's looking through my student loans, help me find a program that's going to reduce my student loans by $20,000. But everybody doesn't have $400. And so I thought, how can I give folks access to my folks, but not at that price range? And so I came up with the Academy, and we decided, what can we do because I still, you have to pay for the platform and delivery and sometimes some of the instructors. And so I said, well, what if we can make it under $20 a month, which is what it is now. Under $20 a month to have access to those folks that I pay at least $100 a month to when I'm utilizing their services. And not only do you get not just one person, but you get all of the people. And you get live classes every week. And you get these things called intensives, which are similar to the challenge, but it's intense. It's a full month of one topic. Like our first intensive was how to buy a stock. I mean, the first class in the how to buy a stock intensive was what is a stock? And by the end, you bought your first stock. And you're like, oh, my gosh, I know how to buy a stock. I know how to pick it. I know how to open a brokerage account. Step-by-step guidance by an instructor that taught me how to buy stocks. And so that's what the Academy, it's really something that I'm proud of, that I'm able to get these next level instructors who are smarter than me at their particular topic to come and teach women who might not otherwise afford them, but you can now through this Academy. And so many of them donate their time because they're just like, I want these women to learn as well, too. But I cannot service each of them individually because I would not have a business, but I can serve through the Academy, and then they can enjoy.
Okay, give us the website one more time for the Live Richer Academy. Okay, give us the website once more for the Live Richer Academy.
It's just a simple livericheracademy.com for anybody interested in joining, because registration is open. We're keeping it open indefinitely.
All right, guys, we're talking to the Budgetnista. We have some questions for her coming up, so she's going to give us some great tips. So make sure